The film The Social Network is about the creation of Facebook. Although the film, directed by David Fincher, is said to not be very accurate, it keeps its focus on the greed, less than honorable behavior, and ambition of the founders of Facebook. The film is structured as being told during the two lawsuits Zuckerberg, played by Jesse Eisenberg, is facing. It alternates between Eduardo Saverin's lawsuit, the Winklevoss twins' lawsuit, and the creation of Facebook as explained during the depositions. It starts with a scene that is implied to be the catalyst of the events that formed Facebook. Zuckerberg is trying to explain to his girlfriend, Erica Albright, played by Mara Rooney, that he needs to get into a prestigious final club because they're exclusive and fun and lead to a better life. Not only does this show Zuckerberg's ambition from the start, but it also shows his personality as is depicted for the rest of the film, which is, as Erica says as she breaks up with him, is that of an asshole. In his drunken post-breakup anger, Mark simultaneously blogs about how Erica is a flat-chested bitch as he hacks into Harvard servers and creates a site where you rank female undergrads on a hotness scale. This site is what caused the Winklevoss twins, played by Armie Hammer, to contract Mark to be their programmer for their Harvard dating site Harvard Connection. Mark accepts, but at the same time is working on his idea of the Facebook, a social network for Ivy League students. He gets $1,000 in seed money from his friend Eduardo Saverin, played by Andrew Garfield, who he makes the CFO. All the while, he abandons his previous project with the Winklevosses. Hearing about the Facebook, the Winklevoss twins believe that Mark stole their idea and attempt to get him to stop. Driven by his ambition, Mark ignores their efforts, instead continuing to expand what is now called Facebook. The at the beginning was dropped by Sean Parker, played by Justin Timberlake, the founder of Napster and new business partner, who also moved Facebook to Palo Alto from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Saverin is left behind in New York, with Mark abandoning him as he becomes inconvenient. Saverin's shares were then diluted from 34% to 0.03% to get him out of the company. Mark not only drops Saverin, but also Parker, but he actually does it for an understandable reason, that being Parker getting busted with cocaine and underage women. Through all these events, Mark is awkward, distant, and an overall jerk. He's shown to be condescending and drops people the second their relationship becomes slightly difficult. Although, this does explain the poster that says, "You don't get to 500 million friends without making a few enemies." This is my main problem with this film. It makes people one-dimensional. It's hard to believe that Mark was 100% of a jerk 100% of the time, considering he was close enough friends with Eduardo at the beginning to get over $1,000 in loans from the get-go, and then even more later. If Zuckerberg really is that mean, so be it. But the horrible way everyone is made to treat each other in the film makes them hard to relate to. Despite this, the writing of Aaron Sorkin flows well and quickly, showing Mark's no-hold-back ambition, which works hand in hand with Fincher's direction. The actors are all very believable. Eisenberg especially plays Zuckerberg as an awkward narcissist, with some of the tics of a typical genius with his fast talking and rapid blinking. Although in the film Zuckerberg's actions on their own would make him into the caricature of a heartless, gawky billionaire, Eisenberg gives life to the character. He turns Zuckerberg from that caricature into a real person. The depth of the film doesn't rest on the acting alone. The different shots play a big part. The camera work is very apparent from the very beginning scene. During the discussion, over-the-shoulder shots are used quite often. You see what Mark or Erica is saying as they talk. You see their reactions as they continue to offend one another. It then moves to close-ups to emphasize the importance of how they are affecting one another.